Okay, so the last time we left it off, we were working on the face and we had to address getting some material out of this shoulder area here in order to get access to the side of the face and the neck area, and you can see where it's needed to be removed in order to get in there. It's hard to see it as a three-dimensional thing. So the one thing that we didn't do on the face is we didn't establish the chin line. So the chin line comes down, get out of my own picture here. So it comes down, so it comes off the bottom of the ear. Some people say off the front of the ear, some say off the middle of the ear. Either way, it can come either straight down or it comes slightly back, and then it comes forward to where the imaginary line of where the chin is going to be, the bottom of the chin. Okay, so draw that on. And if you take a look here, I'll draw it on my guy here, and so there, and I kind of envision the chin to have a bit of space in it, so I'm going to wedge it out like that. So the material that's removed is on the back side, the neck side of the chin. And so try and match it the same on the other side. So a little bit of a trick to do that is to have it line up by putting a line straight across on the bottom of the chin so that then you can find it on the other side. Okay? So once again it comes down and then points. And I just take a high-sided gouge to remove the wood. So, and I start at the ear, come down, should have my glove on, and then straight forward. Now I'll take that line off after, just so you can see where I actually carved. Okay, does that make sense? So then, the reason why we went across the bottom is because we've got to remove some wood across the bottom in order to make the bottom of the chin come back around, as you can see in the picture here. See how the bottom of the chin comes back around? So we're going to make a little bit of a hollow in here eventually so that that chin hangs down and there's a neck actually created. So all this is just a curve in here. So you wouldn't use a V-tool, you'd use a number 11, a high-sided gouge, in order to cut straight across, in order to create the bottom part of that, the undercut, I guess, of the chin. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. So we've addressed the shoulder area, got that done. Excuse me. Now we're going to drop all the way down to the bottom of the hand, and you can see where the bottom of the hand is there, and on this side here. And if you look on your cutout, it's where the bottom of that curve is, where that ends up. Okay? So then let's look at the side view. And you can see the side view there. I'm losing my voice. See, the side view is of the hand is just inside the bum. So we're going to create that shape just inside the bum. That means that this material here can come off, and then it comes just about to the outside of the pants as well. So we're going to just take off a little bit of that material as well. And there's the general shape of the hand, except now we've got to turn it to get this view here. And see how the thumb is stuck in the pants as opposed to the other side. The other side is just reversed. The thumb is out and the hand is in. But we're going to work on the hard one first. So this is not a thumb here, that's his finger, because the hand is curved around and the thumb is stuck in. So we can address where that thumb is going to be, and it's going to be really up close, and we're going to just put a little line in there just to remind us that that's where it is. And the finger is this one finger here comes around the side of the hand, or the side of the body. So all of this area here, this corner here, is going to be taken off. And so I would just take a V-tool and outline that general area, get rid of the wood on either side, and then we'll start giving it an outside shape. Now you'll notice that I didn't do very much work at the top of the hand where the thumb was going to come in. There's a shape that you have to establish there down the road, so we'll just leave that for now. But I'll let you guys work away at getting that outside shape. So it looks something like that. Perhaps this front finger could even be up a little bit higher, but that's pretty close. Bring it in there. Yeah, it looks like this could come up a little bit more in there. Yeah, it looks a little better.
Show us the profile.
So you can see how there's a bit of material taken out of the pant leg here. That'll allow this finger to be established in here. And then at the back, you could do the same here. You could take some out of his bum so that this finger, the little finger, could be created back here. All that can be done secondary after you get the fingers established. And if you don't like the width of the fingers, you want to make them long and thinner, then you just squeeze, you take the material off both sides to bring it in. Okay, we'll have a coffee break there, and then we'll go and I'll draw on the profiles. We tend to make things a little bit more complicated than what they need to be. I'd like you to...
But the thumb's buried in the pocket, isn't it?
And the thumb is buried in the pocket. But you've got a thumb on the other...
On the other side.
On the other side. Let's talk about the other side for a second. The other side is going to be carved exactly the same on the outside as what we did with this. The only difference with one hand over the other is his right hand, with only the thumb out, has just the cloth over top of it. The pocket is just over the top of it. But it's going to be roughly the same shape. Same position, same distance.
Less detail.
No detail, only the thumb. Yeah. Okay? So don't complicate it any more than you have to. Alright, we may even be able to get to that. Alright, so let's work on the thumb. I'll pass it around. Well, that's hard to see on that picture there. Okay, so my guy here, I think, in looking at it, it looks too wide going through here. Remember, the guy is long and narrow, and so I would suggest that you make them long and thin if they're big hands, as opposed to wide. Like not the farmer who's been who milks cows every day that has those big meat hands. You don't want to have that on them.
Let's take a look at your hands, Lloyd.
He used a poor example now because farmers don't milk their cows anymore.
What a rabbit, too.
Are we using his hands? Larry, could you take a picture of that?
And I used to use a small V tool. And remember, the knuckles, it starts below that first set of knuckles. And there it is.
We're going to do the other hand next week, or?
You guys can start shaping that if you want.
Yeah.
It's done exactly the same thing. You just round it off. Let me get this. So I would start that with just getting the outside shape established. Remember, we get that nice curved shape. So the same thing applies. So now I've got the front of that shaped, and all then I have to do is find out where I'm going to put that thumb. Okay?
Yep.
I'll very quickly pass this around.